Capricorn, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. I'm Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we are looking at your energy for the week. I hope everyone is doing well. I'm sending love and blessings always. We all need a little more love, right, guys? Life can be very interesting. All right. So you soon just popped out. Excuse my voice, it's a little hoarse. A little bit of a cough, cold. Yay to the winter, spring season. This time of year can always be a little, well, especially where I live, because it's like hot, cold, you know, it goes back and forth. So, anywho, just in case you guys were wondering, right? All right, so Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross watchers, obviously welcome. The energy, the message is fluid, so whenever you watch this, as long as it resonates with you, then it's meant for you. All right, Capricorn, with that, let's get going. Let's look at the energy today. The highest and best message for Capricorn Collective. All right. I feel like that's good. Let's get on, let's get into it. All right, ooh, abundance, I love this. So kind of like just settling into place. I feel like in the past readings that if you've been following along with the channel, with the readings, you know, there's been kind of like this unsteadiness, like lack of grounding. And it feels to me with this abundance energy, like you finally have it like a little more cohesive and put together. I feel like you kind of were able to sort yourself out a little bit. I feel like going within, kind of seeing the things that were disconnected, that weren't really working for you. And now you feel a little bit lighter, a little more free, you know? This skull definitely reminds me of your energy, Capricorn. The ram. Yay to you guys. All right. Sorry, keep going, Deborah. Children. Okay. You know, I mean, this is, to me, I hear this as two messages. If you have kids, this is about even just bringing stability in for your children. Modern day life is so crazy. We all know that. There's so much like pressure to do things, to put your kids in things, to be carting them around all day long, etc. And I feel like this balance actually needed, like finding more stability, finding more grounding in your day-to-day life. Actually, it does help your children. If you don't have kids, this is also about your inner child, right? Like, we still have to take care of ourselves, you know, and our inner child. We got to be our own best mama, you know, regardless of what gender you are, it doesn't matter, right? Like, we all have to take care of ourselves. And that really is what inner child work healing is about self-love, self-care in a simplified form. All right, I'm going to pull one more on these secrets. This feels a little bit like, I feel like you kind of, I don't know, like you might be, this might be for a small few of you, but I'm hearing that message, like some of you might be divining, doing some divination with that pendulum here. Maybe you're using tarot, astrology, oracle. There's so many mediums, pendulum, runes. But I do feel like this is kind of connecting with the spirit world. I feel like you were almost listening to the secrets of the universe, right? To help you get back in alignment, which is awesome, right? Because most of us will try to do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. I also want to make sure that nothing's hidden underneath the surface. So I'm going to clarify that secrets. And it will come up in the tarot too. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Like, it's like a balancing act is what I'm hearing. Like, especially if you have kids with someone, there might have not been a lot of equal give and take, respect between one another. And really, I mean, it's like, I keep coming back to this week. Like, it's such a different vibe when we encourage and support people versus when we're pointing out all their faults and flaws, right? Just check this. I think I turned it. Yeah, I did. Just want to make sure my microphone's on. You guys can hear me. Excuse me. Yeah, it's just like such a different vibe. People respond in a different way. It actually, like, from an energetic perspective, it helps enliven our potential when we feel safe and supported in our environment, no matter if we mess up or not. That concept of unconditional love. And most of us really don't have that in our lives. Or if we're lucky, we get it from, you know, a select few of people. But I almost feel like you had to kind of tap in. I mean, and this is also respect for yourself, right? Because if you're not respecting yourself, you can't respect others, and vice versa. They can't then respect you. It feels, I love this energy for you, Capricorn. I'm getting goosebumps as I say that. It's just a lot, like I said, a lot more grounded, a lot more stable, more of your energy coming through. You're getting, I love this, confirmation, Ace of Swords is clarity. It's seeing things for what they are. Like, it's kind of nice to have like a good reading this week. Not that the energy's been bad. It's just been like a little like meh, like annoying little piddly stuff. But the piddly and tensions and frustrations, I should finish that thought. But this is a lot about you seeing that and then responding accordingly, you know, not being like, well, I want it to be this way, so I'm going to do this, this, and this. You're actually like, okay, this is the stuff that's wrong. Why is it wrong? What am I doing? What is this other person doing? Where is that lack of respect, or we're not honoring one another? And then making adjustments accordingly. You have a lot of options. I feel like you were able to release some of the control. You're actually, I love this, like you're actually working with this other person, with this dynamic, whether it is, you know, your partner, the parent of your children, or just, you know, this can also, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be business, friendship, relationship, etc. But I feel like it's like you guys are working together more now, you know, to kind of come up with those different ideas, different potential of how things can look. Like, it doesn't, the cool thing about life is it is always changing, whether we like the change or not. But it gives us this kind of creative freedom, right? To be open, to be fluid to options, potentials, and possibilities. Yeah, I love that. The world has been popping up a lot this week in the zodiac readings. It is like the ending of a cycle. Excuse me. It is the ending of a cycle. But it's like pure abundance, you know? It's like culmination. When we put our blood, sweat, and tears into something, especially the major arcana, because it's such huge changes and transformations in our life. You know, it's the bigger picture of what we're going through. And it's almost like you've tapped into that abundance. This Page of Wands energy. I'm going to put her back in. That's messages, communication, letting loose, having fun, being free. And I feel like you were able to tap into that vibe, maybe kind of move out of some of that seriousness, some of the rigidity and strength, and actually like let your wild self out, which is awesome. And as a result, it's bringing this element of abundance to you, which is dope. Because you want to make this work. I feel like it's important to you, you know, like you have these certain goals in place. You know you can do what you wanted, like, you know you can make it happen, especially with that Emperor energy. That's Aries energy with the Six of Wands. This message is twofold, the Hierophant. Okay, so it's like there is a lot of family vibes, undertones, but this is a lot about like putting in the time, the effort, the due diligence to make this happen. I feel like you're participating and the other person is participating, and more in a harmonious way. Like, hey, we got to make this work for the good of everyone involved, especially the little people, right? You know, we want to give them the best opportunity to grow, to evolve, to know how to navigate relationships and life, etc. The person that you're dealing with is doing a lot of healing. I love that for them. It's a very, like, this is a really nice reading, Capricorn. I'm really excited for you guys. Yeah, because they know the love and the connection that's there. I feel like they're actually healing in a new way. Maybe in a way that you haven't seen them take that initiative before. Hence that Emperor energy. This is someone that really wants to do the work, right? And they want to do their best at it. They're willing to put in the time, the energy. I feel like you might have had to set some boundaries with this person about what that would look like moving forward, how things needed to look. But like I said, you are working together. It's not like you're lording over them, dictating, well, this is how it has to be. Sometimes we have to do that, right? If someone is addicted to substance or, you know, messing with the money, or, you know, I mean, you'll know, obviously, when you have to put down those hard boundaries, those hard lines. But I really feel like in this instance, yeah, you had to kind of step up and say, hey, this isn't working. We need to figure something out. But you guys were able to come together and find a solution from there. Yeah. I think that this was a huge wake-up call for this person with that Tower energy. The realization that it could fall apart. Like, you know, it's kind of on the precipice of either way, like 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of vibe. Like, this person or you, the energy is interchangeable. You'll know, you know, if it resonates. I do personal readings too, guys, if you're interested. But this is almost like they know if they're going to go this one way, it's all going to fall apart. And then they're left with nothing. And the other option is to heal, right? To make the harder decisions. And healing is not easy. You know what I mean? Like, I forget about that because, like, that's like my life, right? As I'm sick and have a hoarse voice. No, I just love health and wellness and being the best version of yourself. You know, but I was like reading through, it was like a YouTube video, one of the guys I really like. And, you know, and he was just talking about how healing is really hard. It's hard to look at our patterns. It's hard to look at the parts of ourselves that, you know, we're not excited about, and then be honest about them and have the courage to make new choices. Because patterning gets so ingrained in us. And a lot of times they are from our inner child woundings, right? The things that have happened in our family of origin that really kind of messed with us. So I feel like, you know, you're giving them another chance is what I'm hearing. I don't know. There's other people involved. So, you know, not that maybe someone stepped out, small few of you, maybe that's the message. But I don't know. I mean, and this has kind of come through before. I feel like there is this element, like you're kind of at the final stages in this. Like, it's either going to work or it's not going to, is what I'm hearing. Because what's being blocked is the opportunity for a new person to come in. Maybe you already know this person and they're extending some type of offer to either work with you or be with you, or, you know. And it would be a different energy of empowerment. But I think you're putting that to the side is what I'm hearing, yeah. Excuse me, guys. But I think the, let's see about this. Yeah, but I think it's gonna, I feel like you're kind of repressing some things. I'm not gonna lie, Capricorn. I feel like you might be repressing the energy a little bit. Yeah, of like, of who and what you want to be. I feel like you both are, if I'm honest, because this person kind of reminds me of someone who got in trouble. And I'm not saying that to throw shade by any means. I think we all have different ideas and motivations for doing certain things. We might not be aware, cognizant of what, like, some of the subconscious. But I think this is a lot about, like, reinfusing this dynamic with love, with respect, with understanding. Because when we step away from that and we start getting caught in the petty BS, the fights, the justifying bad behavior, not treating each other well, etc., that's when, like, the third parties come in, right? That's when we're doing things for selfish motivations. And that's what I would watch out for, right, with this Six of Wands, because it is very much the energy of, well, what's best for me? So if this makes me look good, then I'm going to choose that. Versus, like, that's what you authentically feel. And something's coming into play. Like I said, I do feel like if there's not other people presently in the situation, it's coming in. And I feel like it's going to challenge both of you and this dynamic. Because while I do see abundance and healing and positive movement forward, there's also this undertone of, like, is this really, really, truly, like, what we want? Or are there more options, you know? Seven of Cups is always, it's about knowing which option to take. Because sometimes the cups are full of abundance, and sometimes they're full of the shady shit, you know? So just be mindful. I love this energy. I'm not trying to poo-poo what's going on. You're in an abundant space this week, which is dope. I love that for you. You totally deserve it, Capricorn. Just also be mindful. You know, I always say, like, just take inventory, you know, with each step of the way. Take inventory. Observe what it is that you want. Yeah, this person needs to really question their intentions, why they're doing what they're doing. Are they doing it to please you, to please the situation, or is it really truly what they want? And it's forcing you to look more at yourself. You know, like we were talking about earlier, it's easy to kind of, you know, have certain fantasies about who we are and how we show up in life, etc. But when push comes to shove, when we have the tension and the dynamics, we see our true colors come out. And I feel like you have to look at yourself a little bit more, Capricorn. Yeah. Because it's, like I said, things feel good this week. And they probably will be that way for a while. But there is this element of something hidden underneath the surface to be mindful of. Make sure you're coming from the right space. Have those honest conversations with the person you're dealing with. That's really going to help bring the authentic clarity that you need, so it doesn't get super messy. Because I'm not going to lie, this looks a little messy to me with other people entering in. You know, I'm a huge believer, end the one thing and start something new, you know, before you start something new. So, words of wisdom by Deborah. No. Thank you so much for tuning in, Capricorn. I'm sending so much love and blessings to whatever you're navigating through. I know these things are not easy. I'm here to support in whatever way possible. Thank you for all the love and support to my channel. Definitely big thumbs up if it resonated. Drop comments below. I love to hear what you guys are going through and build and grow the community. All right, thanks so much. Have a great day.